Welcome back. Donald Trump confirming today he intends to go around Congress when it comes to passing a health care bill. The president tweeted, quote, "Since Congress can't get its act together on health care, I will be using the power of the pen to give great health care to many people fast." It looks like our president won't be going at it alone. Rand Paul responded to his tweet saying, "This will be a great plan and a big deal for millions of Americans. I've been working with @Real Donald Trump for months on this. Details soon." Ooh, cliffhanger. But what could this backdoor effort potentially accomplish? Here with me to break it all down, Reason Magazine features editor and our nation's foremost healthcare expert, Peter Suderman, Computerman. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
So glad you're here. So I was always resentful of the massive executive orders that President Obama signed because, as we saw with immigration, those orders can be rescinded. So if you open the floodgates and open borders and states to allow free health care to crawl across, eventually it can be taken away by single-payer happy Democrats who might inhabit the White House next. What say you, Suderman?
So there's always a risk with executive orders that the next president can say, nope, I'm not going to do that anymore. In fact, President Obama's executive orders have, in some cases, already been rescinded by President Trump. That's just the nature of these things. However, Congress has proven itself pretty basically unable to act. Republicans in Congress are now admitting that they are not going to be able to repeal Obamacare or even really rewrite it, do any of the things that they wanted to do with the law. And so President Trump is saying, what can we do now? Are we stuck with Obamacare? What does that mean? And so, the question is, what do they do?
Yeah.
Democrats say, well, let's prop it up. Let's funnel a lot more money into Obamacare and try to make it work.
Yeah, just
what
keep
this
grandma on
executive
life
order is
support
doing,
for one more Christmas. I get it. Go ahead.
Yeah, and what this executive order is doing is saying, let's try to create a workaround, to create an alternative system that will provide relief for some people.
Yes, and that alternative system is the associative health care plans, which I like the idea. I think it's fantastic. I mean, that combined with block grants for the states, these could be great pieces of individual legislation. So instead of writing an executive order, why can't Congress just write a simple bill allowing this to happen? Is there a reconciliation issue?
Congress has put together legislation on this, and it's been floating around for years. There was a bill in 2005, and the House actually passed a bill allowing freer association health plans to be created back in March of this year. This is something that Rand Paul, who, as you mentioned, has been working with the president on this. Rand Paul has been touting the benefits of association health plans for years, but there's just not an appetite for it in the Senate. The Senate has never even taken up the bill at all.
Unfortunately, you can't attack one president for overusing executive orders and then go ahead and use executive orders when Congress is standing in your way. It's his own party. It's his own party. And President Obama said, well, if Republicans aren't going to work with me, I got a pen and I got a phone. And everyone got mad, including me. So where do we go from here?
So I think there's some serious risks to doing this. One is that liberals are going to say that doing this undermines the Obamacare markets. And in some sense, they're right, because what they're doing is providing an escape hatch for healthy people to buy less expensive plans. And that is going to make Obamacare's markets melt down even faster. On the other hand, those markets were already melting down.
Amen.
And there is and so this is an effort, like I said, to provide some relief to some people. I'm not sure it's going to work all that well. I think there are real political risks. On the other hand, I think that this is, in some ways, a kind of clever, creative way to try to get around the problems of Obamacare, given that Congress has basically proven itself totally unable to act.
Hashtag workarounds, hashtag drain the swamp, hashtag YOLO. Thank you very much.